fuse managed to get out of the computer systems with some of her hacking abilities. Y'all were accosted by some of the ship's onboard defense systems. You dispatched them, and now are about ready to head deeper into the bowels of the ship, seeking the control center of the ship, and trying to find out exactly what it's doing here.
Alright, Hughes is gonna come over the comms and just, everyone okay? Over.
James is gonna reply with a, all things considered, feeling pretty good.
Your weapon's kind of on the floor there a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's my flight system. It broke.
Oh yeah.
I will note you will be able to get that fixed before the trip back.
It's not big, you guys.
With an hour.
Go ahead.
With an hour or so, you'll be at a couple of repair points. Assuming you still have them at the end of this, you will be able to get that flight system back up to make your way back across.
You know what? Don't even know why I equipped it with the flight system. We're inside the ship. That was a little bit of foolishness on my part. We're gonna be all right, guys. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We should keep going.
Yeah, I agree. Copy that. All right. What about you,
How you doing, Will?
Listen, unlike you, I wasn't on fire, so I'm great.
You know what? I was on fire. Cha-ching.
Yeah, I know. How am I running around with the big heat cannon and you caught fire? You know what? Let's just...
You know what? In retrospect, maybe disengaging the safety protocols was not a good idea.
Maybe.
But
This
you
is
live.
why I do the tech stuff, man.
You live, you learn. You know, you live, you learn.
This is why I do that. Whatever.
I'll tell you what, though. The whole time I was on fire, not one annoying ping pong sound.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche.
Right. I'm gonna have Fuse look around for anything here that might indicate what they were doing. Any boxes, crates, another terminal if available. Is that
well, I believe last time y'all were asking, I forget who had asked, was essentially looking for the danger spots, the sort of the likely ambush locations.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, looking around.
And you ran right toward it.
Looking around, you pretty much realize you got the answer to your question. There's nothing around that indicates they were defending anything. This was just an intersection and a place that they could kind of get the drop on you all.
All right.
There are corridors leading off in different directions. Ranger will come over the comms and tell y'all to keep on the objective, keep moving forward. He's going to clear out some of these side tunnels and make sure that y'all aren't going to get ambushed from the sides. He drops down onto his mech, gives a whistle, and one of the techs comes up, kind of crawls up. He'll say he's going to try to also see if he can get some of these defenses under control.
The guy thinks he's so cool.
And he'll take off down one of the corridors.
Not that cool.
It's pretty cool.
You know, if you just mad because I won the race.
I forgot that important part of the session.
I mean, Harvey could do that, but we're not going to get into AIs.
Last I checked, we tied. He won.
I don't remember it that way.
Funny that. Yeah.
Speaking of Harvey, Harvey, listen.
Yeah, boss.
Throw out the signal chaser. You hearing any sort of frequencies? Anything coming up from ahead? Anything sound strange? Any weird movement we should be concerned about? Remember, I've got like that extended.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the
signal.
extended sensor.
So I'm just curious.
Yeah. Yeah, boss. I'm hearing something up ahead. Sounds kind of like me.
All right, guys. My AI is detecting a sound up ahead, and could be another AI. Just move together for once. And I look at James and just like,
You just see the robot go, all right. Just a giant mech doing this.
Fuse is going to copy that and start moving stealthily down. She's not seeing anything on the way that might indicate like crates of goods that they might have left behind.
You're occasionally catching sight of, like, as y'all are going, the central spine leads off into all of these side storage spaces, basically, like they're spaced along. You see boxes here or there, but like half of them are open, or it's just like a couple of boxes. It looks like the vast majority of stuff has been cleared out.
Just kind of empty boxes or whatever the hell's left behind, just kind of trash. Okay. Well, they cleared out in a hurry, whatever it was.
Now, if I'm remembering the mission objective correctly, we're just here to verify that this is a ship, right?
And isn't hostile and doesn't have anything left behind that Union needs to look at, etc.
I mean, I think check 1, it's a ship. I think check 2, like the giant robot does this to its damage. Pretty hostile.
I think that was just the standard security protocols that are here, but we can't rule that out, obviously.
All right, fine. Let's see if anything else shoots at us.
Always a good thing to check for.
Yeah.
Easy to find. They're the things shooting at you.
Exactly.
All right.
Fuse is going to move behind these two with their big, heavy weapons and use her infiltrator to try to be stealthy.
Okay.
For infiltrator, pilot talent.
All right. What does that do?
So that is, it's just during turn. You can hide even in plain sight of enemies. These effects end immediately when your turn ends, etc. This is mostly for like in combat stuff, but she's
Yeah. Gotcha.
she's aiming for cover.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey, Fuse,
Copy.
I noticed that you're walking behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using us as shields?
Maybe a little.
Okay.
I'll be honest, it's fine.
It makes it easier for me to duck around you to come in on the side and then stab somebody inside the head. You understand that?
Oh yeah, of course. Not just that. If somebody were to shoot, they would have to shoot us first. That I understand that.
I'm also repairing myself over here. The damn drone.
To be fair, you wouldn't be so easy to shoot if you weren't running directly in front of everyone.
That's exactly why I'm behind you.
No, he's talking to me, but
you.
Yeah, counterplate will. If I don't run to kill the things, then I can't kill the things. So.
You raise an interesting point.
Did
Yeah.
you guys boost your hulls at all while you were looking at your mechs?
I think I might have made my hull weaker.
Huh.
I like to have a challenge.
That wasn't an option in the training that I heard of. That's an interesting.
There was training?
take. I mean, I was there for it. I don't know about you. I think we went to different boot camps.
What is this boot camp? No, I'm kidding. Of course, I also attended. All right, so let's keep moving forward.
Oh god.
I'm just saying, some people are book learners, some people are just naturally gifted behind the wheel.
It might not be a bad idea to just kind of like lean on both a little bit. You
Huh?
know? Lean on a little bit of the book lane, just a touch, just a tick, you know.
I'm not one for that book learning. I gotta really get in there, you know?
She just looks over her shoulder and wonders about where Ranger's at. Maybe he did just cut his losses to die.
Oh no, he's the one that can't. He's the one person who apparently failed to
To get in.
bring along a flight module.
I bet he's just gonna come around after we're all destroyed and pick up one of ours.
I mean, mine is currently on the floor, so.
Alright, so at this point, y'all's comms will crackle to life. You recognize Commander Kierson, your tactical officer, who will say to you that after going through the kind of gun cam footage that she had from there, as well as the sensors on the ship starting to try to probe their way into the ship's data core, automated defenses. Someone didn't want anybody snooping around, but it hardly seems enough to discourage anyone who's going to take the time to board this thing. Be cautious moving forward. There's got to be more surprises.
I,
Alright, so our marching order again. I have a feeling it might have changed from the last time.
I mean, James will go first still.
Are you charging gloriously forward?
Nah.
Riding shiny and chrome.
No, I am not charging gloriously forward.
So we're
Shiny and chrome. Okay.
we're more. So same marching order: Shadowfall, Neon, Fuse, but a little bit calmer.
We're tight knit.
Okay, yeah. Actually, covering each other a little.
Not actively trying to die.
Okay.
Not actively. Passively, not actively.
Haven't died yet. I'm like life. I always find a way.
Technically, right.
Second.
Okay. So as y'all are walking along, and basically the lights here, most of this hallway is completely dark. They're like motion activated, and so what's happening as y'all go along is like there'll be a clunk, and the lights come on around you, and then as you keep walking down, they blink out behind you, and new ones will clunk on. So it's kind of disorienting to you.
They're like motion activated. Once we're outside of their motion, then the next lights turn on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a little bit
Very creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy. It's also it's playing just havoc with your eyes, night vision, as just as you're kind of like starting to accumulate to the acclimate to the light. It switches again, and a new light comes on and kind of blinds you in one side of your eyes. So it's a very disorienting walk down.
I hate these lights.
Initiate sunglasses protocol. He put on the sunglasses.
Actually, it helps a little. Like at least you're not getting blinded. It's still a little bit dazzling, and the whole affair is a little off-putting, but you're not getting blinded.
James, why would you bring sunglasses to a heavy revelation? Well, now you know. Sorry, I left the comm on.
Uses a little jumpy at first as they go down this hallway until she gets used to lights, but every time anyone flicks on, she starts okay.
Got the gun half up to shoot it.
You're just
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Hey, Fuse.
What's up?
As you're directly behind me, chill with your gun.
I haven't shot anything yet.
Yet.
Like the day, look, the day is young, but I haven't shot any of you guys yet, so I feel like this is going pretty okay. Stop it with the lights.
You
like it.
seriously need to bring sunglasses for exactly this.
Sunglasses. I never thought of that. Was it covered in the manual? Okay.
With this manual thing you keep talking about.
You have it. It's under your compartment right there.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what that book. You know,
Probably a little
data pad-
scorched. Probably a little scorched at this point.
Yeah.
Data pad that's like sparking.
You know, I gotta tell you, I've been using that to just keep this one component in my dashboard together because it's a little loose. Just kind of push that in there, tighten it up real nice. It's good to go.
Like a toaster. Pretty sure the warranty's already invalid on these things, so don't think it's gonna matter that much.
These are clearance robots. It doesn't matter.
These are clearance robots. We're not getting our deposit back.
All right. Well, so as y'all make your way down this hall, you finally come to this large blast door, and it looks like the final compartment. As the lights kind of flick on just outside of it, as you reach the threshold, you can just make out the silhouette of Noir running rapidly away from the stream. You alright there, buddy?
Yep.
Alright, so as the lights flick on, you can just make out the silhouette of a mech-sized silhouette standing on the other side. Kind of, it's weird. It's kind of course, it's hard to exactly discern. You can't make out any like limbs or anything. And as as Shadowfall, I presume, is the first to kind of hit this threshold, and the lights come up inside of this bay.
Yep.
You can make out it is a camo cloak that's across its shoulders.
Ooh.
Almost, and it is almost enough to hide the disheveled-looking mech beneath it. They're just large. There's large sections of armor that are missing off of it. Like you can see into its chest at one point. There are systems missing.
Oh my god! It's like it was made for me.
The cockpit just like sits open. However, the second you cross that threshold and the lights come up, its eyes light up. And it starts to raise weapons at you.
Whoa. Okay, well, first off, Neon, Fuse, we got a problem? A really attractive problem.
Fuse goes for cover. I know what that means. It's time for chaos. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Alright, so Shadowfall, you just cross the threshold there.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have Neon and Fuse bringing up the rear.
Yep.
Uh,
That seems fair.
And as it raises its weapons, like a flock of roused birds behind it, more of the defensive drones also take to the air.
Again with drones.
Alright.
Alright, so with that, we are in initiative. So, initiative, as always, in this game, we trade off between I and the players, always starting with the players. So, players, you are up.
Okay.
Who will go first?
You guys mind if I go first?
Free, sir.
Go for it.
Alright, so we're going to start by initiating protocol Project Shield. So we're going to projected shield, that is. So we're gonna open up that shield for me. And then boy, I am going to mortar. Oh, this makes me sad. I really do like this thing. I'm going to mortar the sexy giant robot that I want.
All right.
This thing is battered to hell. You want this thing? The hull is compromised.
My hull is almost compromised. It's not that big a deal. You just put some duct tape on it. It'll be alright.
Yeah, it doesn't have a pilot.
Oh, that makes it even sexier.
It's just got that big open cockpit, just waiting for
begging
you.
for it.
Right?
Nope.
Nope. Right in between the barrels of its guns that are now aimed at you. So,
I
yes,
mean,
please.
what would I need to roll to have my mech throw me into that thing?
A lot.
I know, right?
There are rules for that.
Little space.
There
40.
are rules for that.
There are
I
rules
assure you. It's called
commandeering someone else's neck.
It's called jockeying, and the rulebook specifically takes the time to point out that it is a terrible idea.
Okay, I think I need to just say this very clearly. Shadowfall is all about the bad ideas.
But are you all about rolling a new character?
No.
Up next on things I'm not shocked about.
Will has his own stream that he does live.
Alright, so, I activated my shield, and now I'm doing my mortar. It's got a distance of 15 feet, or 15 thingies.
Hexes?
Yeah, that's the one.
There we go.
And it's a blast one. So.
Okay, cool. So you can get both of the drones on either side.
Yep. But I'm aiming. Yeah, so I'm aiming at the sexy robot. So I'm just gonna roll my attack then, I guess, right?
Yeah, I believe you basically roll to hit everyone.
Okay.
So
that's a natural 19.
yes, that will hit sexy robot. And now for the two drones.
Okay, so I got 2 d20s. This is green is for the left, blue is for the right.
Okay.
Green is a 13, and blue is an 11.
I don't actually. Yeah, their evasion's okay. So yep, that's gonna paste the drones.
Okay, and that's gonna be 1d6 plus 1 damage.
Yep.
So
2 damage.
2 damage.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay. Well, since you shot it, it's gonna shoot back.
Oh, hold on. There's one thing. Just in keeping with being honest. This is an inaccurate weapon, so that means that attacks with this weapon will receive +1 difficulty.
Ah, yes, that is okay. So it's not going to matter for the first one. What did you roll on the second?
11 and a 13.
11 and 13. Okay.
So for the 11, I just rolled a 1,
Okay, so that'll still hit.
and for the 13, I just rolled a 6.
Okay. Yes, that's going to be. That will actually. I believe that.
Hey,
the
I'm starting to
13 was
get it,
+1.
y'all.
There we go. Okay. So one of the drones is blasted out of the air. Yes.
Okay.
Good job. Good job. Way to go. All right.
And that's my turn.
Let me.
Oh jeez. Fuse. Unless we have the other. Unless the bad guys are going next.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's alternate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bad guys, finger quotes.
No, they're bad guys.
They're just robots.
Automated guys.
Automated guys. Just doing what they're told.
Are we really going to have this discussion about the nature of
Maybe I'm just sad
programming?
for robots. Daisy.
Well, that's. Oh yeah, we'll get to NPHs. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so are you moving or anything? That does seem relevant.
Nah.
Okay, cool. All right. All right. The mech will. It too has joined the ranks of people with flight systems.
Hey!
As
Yeah,
jets
one of those.
jets around it light up, and it doesn't just move; it leaps almost acrobatically into action.
Oh my god, I want it so bad.
Just doing a jump.
Let me make sure I have all my stuff in order here. All right. So first off, it's going to use a quick action to lock on
Oh, fuck.
to the front person.
Hey.
I wonder who that
Well,
is.
I was about to say, boy howdy, who could that be?
I'll be alright. I've just got to figure out how to beat this mech without destroying it too bad. So I leave out of here with that bastard.
I wanted to destroy it, but not destroy it enough that I can't use it.
Right.
It's gonna be a delicate dance.
We need to find out who's remotely controlling it and then kill them.
Kill them, take the robot. That's the plan.
Leave here with 2 robots, a clearance robot and a, a well-used robot.
Well loved.
A thrift store robot, if you will.
Okay, so let's see. So that ignores cover.
Fuck.
Oh, and it uses your E defense instead
Come
of
on!
your instead of.
This is such bullshit!
Anything with a drone is bullshit, I'm sorry.
I was like, I'm gonna get my evasion high as shit. Ain't nobody gonna hit me. And then this fucking E fucking defense. It's the bane of my life.
You thought you had it covered.
Okay, cool. Yep. So it is going to skirmish
It doesn't have to.
with its missile launcher, and because of the lock on, it will have an advantage.
I mean accuracy, right?
Yes, accuracy.
Okay.
Yes,
I
please
was about to be
continue to correct me.
No, I was like, is there something like, is there like an advantage thing? Because if so, I would like it.
Does it get more? Does it? Yeah, it gets both. Okay, so it's going to be a 9 plus 2 for 11, which I
Yeah.
believe definitely hits your
Yes,
E
my
defense.
E defense is fucking 8.
Okay, so that is going to be 4.
Hit point damage?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay. That will be
Ooh.
its first turn. Who's up?
I think Fuse will go next, if y'all don't mind.
Fine by me.
She is going to move up here as soon as I switch the tool and roll 20. To just kind of still be in this area. She's like in the wall, she's pressed against it. She's going to use, I don't imagine seeing into this room, is there any visible cover in here? I know that sometimes the map doesn't always reflect. It's just an open metal space.
Yes.
Heck. Okay, she's going to...
It's like they built incredibly specific ambush locations, which are just large open spaces to shoot people
right.
in.
We're in a killing lane. Cool. Dope. Love it. Okay, she's going to activate the hunter-killer drone.
Okay, cool.
With her quick action. And she's going to zoop, send it out. It goes out 10 feet-ish. I think you'll have to just, 10 hexes. Oh, yeah, it makes it there. She's just going to put it right here. And she's going to use it to attack this other drone here. Which is, I think, 1d6. I don't have any drone talents. That's kind of my bad.
There we go.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading up on these things. So it's just, it comes out of the compartment on her back, and it's this triangular little guy like what you're seeing here. It's pretty similar in design, except it's black and very sleek, and it just zips over there. Now she's gonna attack with it as soon as I... Sorry, I'm just trying to read it. I think it's 1d6. Energy damage.
Okay, so does it still roll to hit and everything?
I'm trying to make sure. For some reason, it's not on my... Sorry. Take a second here. Go back.
This is more of that us learning the game.
It was in CompCon. Okay, here we go. Neck hanger. Sorry. Do 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 do. Please stand by. Your call is important to us. Here it is. Yeah, it's 1d6. I think it just hits. It's just kinetic damage. It's one of those. It's one of those ones. No mod installed. 1d6 is ordnance, other exotic, specialized, or massive weapons, rod classification, conventional, kinetic, anti-material, blah 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 blah. Have self-guided systems, self-propelled projectiles, and nanorobotic ammunition. Targets with no E-defense count as having 8 E-defense. It's E-defense. It doesn't need to roll, I think. It just needs to roll damage.
Well, if it's like E-defense, it would just be against their E-defense then.
Okay, so then it would be a 1d20.
Yeah, if it uses it just
probably nothing.
Uses E-defense.
14.
Oh, wow! Hello, welcome, Raiders. We are playing Lancer, a giant robot-based RPG system. We are currently in the midst of combat with our brave, intrepid greenhorns, trying not to die.
Trying being the operative word.
A unmanned robot. Welcome. Appreciate the raid.
Okay. Thanks for coming by, Raiders. Dell's gonna attack this thing 1d6 energy damage. That's 4 damage to this fight.
14. Okay, yeah, the 14. Yep. So that will blast that out of the air.
And cool. I think I can shift it one more space to here. Okay, but actually, let me click on the map, please. Roll 20. Okay. Over here, and then that'll be her turn.
Okay, cool.
Because it has 10 movement, so. But she is out of movement and out of actions.
Yeah, that's definitely a the hunter killer nexuses or something. I need to definitely read
I've
up
been reading
on.
up on it. They're weird. They don't even have like a full description in the book. You have to look in the gear and stuff, and it's kind of
Yeah. So we'll again
Yeah.
we'll play it like that. That seems like it's perfectly functional. All right. Yes, everyone. We are all new to the system, so we are all learning as we go here. Please ask any questions you have, and we will answer them to the best of our ability. We're trying to keep the game moving. So anything that
New
isn't
system.
right, anything that isn't right, it's a homebrew until we get it right. Okay.
Drop what I've been reading in DMs for
So-
you.
Just remember, it's not that we're wrong. You're confused.
Exactly.
So the robot will take its second move.
The same robot.
Yes.
It can do that.
Shinji.
Yeah, it
It
can do that.
Do that.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing it does.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
I want this motherfucking sexy ass robot so bad.
And actually, as you on your turn, as you move after shooting, it's going to move up here. Then on its turn, it's going to do the same deal. It's going to lock on, and then. Actually, it's just gonna. It will raise both of its launchers and attack you with both.
Who's it attacking?
It's going to attack Fuse.
No.
Do I have partial cover here? Just being pressed against the wall?
No, unfortunately. All right. What is your E defense?
8.
8. Okay, those are both going to hit. So that's going to be 8 damage.
Ouch. That's painful.
All right.
-8. Good thing I took that extra HP.
All right. And it is going to then kind of duck into this corner here.
All right. So
All right, and Neon, you are up.
that'd be me. Okay. So what I'm gonna want to do is give me a second to map this out.
Just imagining Will doing the Sherlock Holmes thing with the math and the head.
Right, it's move, throw to the side, hit. Yeah.
What is the what is the hunter killer's defensive stats?
Undo, close tab. Okay, it is. It doesn't say on the CompCon. It's probably not that good. Just as equipment notes. Okay. Nope, that's where I type stuff. Nope, doesn't tell me. I'm gonna say not good.
Okay.
It is a drone.
Oh, you can go ahead, Neon.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna move right here. And then what I need to see in ComCon is how far can I launch this? Sensor range. Where's my sensor range? 10. Okay. So anything that's within range 10. So I'm gonna throw a turret drone right there. So make a nice little box right there.
Excellent.
And then I am going to fire my thermal lance at Big Boy over here.
Okay.
Big boy.
In the process, telling telling James, sorry about this, but not really. And since we're next to each other, I get +2 accuracy.
Yep.
So,
My arms are sparking.
My sexy robot.
This sexy robot just about killed me.
I mean, you be alright.
okay, a 7 and a... So I got 13 with one of them. Is that enough?
While it is enough, as you bring your lance up and using, like, Shadowfall to kind of, like, brace your gun for a second, as y'all do, you blast this beam of energy, and in that instant, the mech is gone, and it
What?
dodges out of the way of the attack.
I call Dingo.
I'm aroused.
I call Dingo.
It is
Cool.
whatever this mech is doing is not normal. It
I
is
call Dingo.
dip, dodging, diving. Its thrusters are red hot, but it is hard to hit.
James over here like, oh.
Oh my god.
Big
All right.
James is coming down with a case of the vapors.
I do declare.
Good booger. I never knew I could be aroused by a giant robot, but here we are today.
All right,
Good
so
Lord.
figure out what this the last drone is gonna do.
Get blown the fuck up in a second.
I mean, yes, the answer is not last long. I am quite sure. There we are. There's the sheet. What's its movement? Speed 5. 2, 3, 4. It's gonna kind of head over this away. Let's see. Which one of y'all is getting it? Okay. Neon. It's going to suppress you. So you will be impaired, and if you move, it shoots you. And back to y'all. We're back at the top of the round. Who is going first?
I mean, you guys want to take first slot? I'll take it again if you want me to.
Go for it.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna fucking do that mortar one more time.
Okay.
I'm gonna, and I think I could get both of them with the blast one. All right. Green. Oh, go ahead.
It's because I think it's indirect, so I think you can drop it in the middle of them.
Yep. It. Green is giant sexy robot, and blue is drone.
Okay.
And do I roll a disadvantage for both of them, or do just run disadvantage and it counts for both of them? It's up to you.
We'll do the latter.
Okay.
I've always rolled separately if the rolls are separate.
All right. So that is, I am not even kidding. That is a nat 20 for sexy robot and a 19 for drone and 3 for the difficulty.
Okay, so
Shoot.
okay, so those are both going to hit. However, it won't be a crit because it is no longer 20 because of the difficulty. Yeah.
Which sucks, but here's
so that
damage.
will blast that guy off.
2
damage.
Again. A fucking kid.
Ding.
Okay. So.
Swiggity swooty, we coming for that robot booty.
I'm going to use my reaction
Yep.
to trigger my turret drone here,
Okay.
which then kicks in and shoots that damn robot for 3 kinetic damage.
3 damage. Okay.
F that guy.
All right. Yep. Doesn't seem to have anything to dodge that.
And before I end my turn, I will do this. I'm going to move here.
Oh boy.
Just basically stepping in front of Will.
Okay. Okay. A brave one. We'll see how that works out for you.
I'm used to my clearest robot not being pretty.
Well, so it's turn. Yeah, it's just it'll fire twice at you stepping up, Shadowfell.
Yep.
Okay.
Is it still locked on?
No, that gets consumed immediately.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Once somebody uses it, it's consumed.
Cool.
So that's going to be 1 hit. Rolled a 10 and a 3.
My evasion is 12.
It uses your E defense.
Still, I thought it was doing that.
No, that's not a lock on thing. That's
God damn it!
it's using smart weaponry, and that's what smart weaponry does.
Mother of all the fucks. Alright.
All right. So that is going to be 4 damage.
Okay. I'm at 2 hit points. Oh no, I turned that off.
Got tired of it. Okay, yeah, and it's gonna.
Didn't want to hear any of those beeps.
It's gonna back up again.
Smart.
All right, and yeah, back to y'all.
All right. I will have Fuse do a move. Let's see here. How far can I get? Oh, I could do that. Okay, she's going to do the power up thingy as soon as I get out of dismiss. Yep, I'm gonna use the protocol to power up,
Okay.
and she's going to shift past.
It's using the Everest's
Yep,
core
the
system.
Everest, yep, the Everest core system. So is that another heat?
No.
I got rid of all heat last time, so that's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Activating the system is that's just protocols are just free actions, unless it specifically says it gives you heat.
Yeah,
it's just
which
a
in this
free
case
action
it
to do.
doesn't. So.
Yeah. Yep. So and that gives you 1 accuracy, I believe, on like everything
It does,
for
which is nice.
this scene. Okay. Awesome.
So she's going to run up with the mech, and she's going to try to do a stab. And I think this would give me technically 2 accuracy because of my other talents here.
Yes, because you
From-
have that second one. Yeah.
From Duelist, yeah. So
Yep.
I would roll twice. I would
Okay.
roll a d20 and then roll a d6 twice, and then take the higher of the 2 d6s, right?
Yes, exactly.
Let's see. 1 d6. Okay, so that is 7 plus 5. That gives me a 12. Does it hit?
12. That is exactly his evasion, so it hits.
Oh, this thing is fast. Okay.
I know.
Oh no. Okay, she's going to do stab. It's 1d6 plus 2.
Stop attacking my girlfriend!
Girlfriend's whack. Okay, she's 4 damage.
4 damage, okay. That does raise a pretty valid question of, like, do certain NPHs have, like, creepy fan clubs?
Oh, dude.
Oh,
yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
You know the super future internet is freaky.
Second quick action is going to be another stab.
Okay.
Just imagining a Pornhub that could text you.
I'm trying not to now.
And yet, here we are.
Second quick action is a stab. That's a 18 to hit.
Oh, wait. Never mind. It did get this back. Okay. Actually.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. I didn't realize that this was
No.
a 5, not a 6. With your first stab,
Uh-huh.
it is going to, again, barrel roll.
Oh, it's Trixie.
It's going over you, actually. What's its speed? 5. Yeah. Okay. So it will.
No!
Your stab.
Yeah.
It's just suddenly there's a flash from its jets, and it is over you.
Second quick action instead. She's gonna pull her thermal pistol and fire at it.
Shoot it. Go for it.
Yep. He moved up. He moved in range.
Damn, look at her go.
That's just 2. That's 2 energy damage.
Okay.
It's great how right now
I have
Noir
to-
could be talking about Fuse.
That's what he was gonna pull. Like, Shadow, what are you talking about? I'm
It
just
could
saying.
go either way.
I'm just talking about Fuse. She's doing so well.
Is it weirder if I'm talking about the robot or the coworker?
The coworker.
Because I was doing whichever one is more normal.
Yes.
It's just a straight 2 damage if we're continuing
Yeah.
to use the 18 to hit.
Yes. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So it will turn around now from there and hit you a couple of times.
There.
What's your E defense?
8.
It will just hit with both of those. For 8 damage.
I'm in structure.
Yep, so you will take 5 damage, you will take 1 structure damage, and you will take 2 additional damages.
So
And
1
then
structure and then 5. And then. Sorry, I'm trying to. Oh, no.
So,
I'm not at 4 star. No, I know the phrase. I hit the wrong button. Yes, thank you, CompCon. Previous. It's fine. I promise it's fine. Continue. Confirm. It's fine. CompCon. Oh no.
Hey,
I accidentally hit a button. It's really mad at me.
hey GM, can I ask you a question?
yes,
Are attacks that hit your E defense still considered ranged or melee attacks?
yes.
I've been playing this wrong, man.
Oh gosh, what are you
My
supposed to be
shield
doing?
gives you +2 difficulty.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
we'll just
We'll remember that in the future.
yeah.
Okay.
The answer is probably
I'm at 3. I'm at 3 structure now out of 4.
Yep. So roll
And
me
now, okay.
your structure shooty checky thing.
What's that? Sorry.
It's just a d6.
Just a d6? Okay. I hit a whole bunch of buttons.
Remember how whenever we get to like overheat or we take a structure damage, you got to roll and there's like an extra effect.
That's 2.
Okay, 2. Where's my where?
-6. So I'm at 12. I'm back at 12 HP as my structure. I'm
Yes.
at 3 levels
Yep.
of structure. Okay.
Wear and tear. There we go. Structure damage table. All right. On a 2, system trauma. Parts of your mech or torn off by the damage. Roll it 1d6 for me one more time.
Hey, you want to roll high? Trust me, I know.
Okay, that's a 5. That's pretty good. That's
A 5. Okay, that means a system of your choice is destroyed.
hell's bells. I'm going to pick the light nexus mount, the
Okay.
auxiliary nexus
Okay. Cool.
that I have.
Cool.
Dang it,
Okay, so we can get rid of
my nanobots.
your nanobots. Okay. Cool. All right. That's its first turn.
Popcorn was really mad at me for a second. Holy
Who's up?
shit.
Neon.
Yes,
Yep.
that would be me. So. Am I for heat? Not 2 heat. But I'm impaired.
No, y'all destroyed that.
Oh, okay, so I'm not impaired anymore.
I'm assuming that when things die, all whatever effects.
Oh, it was the drone that.
It was
got me,
the
that's
drone.
right,
Yeah, yeah.
Not the robot. So okay.
That'd be some real BS.
I just,
Yeah.
I
You just assumed the worst.
C'est la vie.
That's true.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I was there. 1, 2, 3. Damn it, Noir.
What?
Why couldn't you be a hex closer?
Oh, excuse me. I was only trying to, I don't know, save your life.
Well, okay, so I still can do this, just not the way I originally thought. So, okay. So first we're going to go there. Once again, launch the thermal lance at Big Bubba's over here.
I'm just helping them stabilize as they argue.
My heat is climbing. This is a fact.
Yep.
20, hit a d6, hit a d6. Okay, 19 plus 2, so 21.
Ooh, it really should have used its dodge on that one because that's a crit.
So now I do, what is that, d6 plus 3? Yeah, so roll 2d6, and I take the higher, plus 3. Are you kidding me? How did I roll 4 straight 2s?
It's not statistically likely.
60,
Dude, I've given up on roll 20. I'm using my physical.
Yo!
There you go. Let's just
Okay, so 5.
cleanse the system.
Apparently.
Change your color.
5, apparently. And then it's okay because I'm going to follow up. Remember that neat little chest-mounted thingy I was working on before we left?
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. All of a sudden you see some turbines start rolling in there and you see it heat up and just a shot of straight up superheated like goo, which Will is like, trust me, there's more than one use for a fuel rod. Launches at Homie G here. I'm using my my prototype weapon as
Okay,
a
cool.
launcher.
And I think you had 3 uses of that left, right? So this is now 2. Yeah.
Did you just spray hot goo all over this sexy
I
robot that I
did.
like?
I need an adult.
Okay, I know I hit him, but do I crit? I crit again, apparently, because 7.
Oh, jeez. Yep. Okay, so the way crits in this game work, by the way, everyone, is anytime you roll 20 or above, because of the way the accuracy system works, you're adding numbers to your base roll. So if your base roll gets modified to a 20 or above, it's still a crit. However, crits aren't like D&D or Pathfinder where they're like explosively more damage. A crit just means you're going to roll the damage multiple times and then take the higher of them. So it's not like double damage, it's just better damage.
Right.
So yes.
So the rolls I got were 1 and 3, so obviously the 3
Yep.
plus 2. Yeah, 2. So
Okay, so
5 explosive damage.
5. Okay, so 1, 2, so it's gonna take 3 after it takes its 1 structure damage. Alright, and it will roll
Great.
its structure check. Alright.
And after that, by the way, Will looks at James and is like, "You want to try keeping up?"
Okay, so 6, it is a glancing blow. It is impaired until the end of the next turn. Alright.
Oh,
He
you
gets
just
the 6.
Oh, you just assured I'm gonna do something stupid. It's what he says on the comms.
Yeah, and it kind
Maybe
of...
don't antagonize the loose cannon.
Alright, so... Alright, so, its turn, it is going to, oh wait, no, 1, so 3 of y'all, so it has taken both of its moves this turn. It must have. Refill its HP. Okay, so yeah, it is back to the top of the round. So, whichever of y'all wants to go again.
I think we all, especially after I called him out, I think we all,
Okay, yep. Shadowfall, you're up.
I think we all knew who was going next.
Oh, this is gonna be so dumb. I'm not even sure if I can do it. I don't know the rules well enough to try and do this dumb thing that I'm about to do. But here we are.
We're gonna find out.
Oh boy. Here we go.
I got a speed of 5, so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, can't get too close.
Now, here's the thing. If you wanted to get in
Can.
melee range, remember you can overcharge. You get an extra quick action. You take 1 heat, but one of the quick actions you can take is boost, and it basically doubles your movement for the turn.
Well, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna take about that one.
I meant, despite last fight, he hasn't used anything heat-based yet.
Yeah.
So,
Despite all his rage.
So your heat increases by 1.
Yeah. All right.
And I think he's boxed into
So, if I'm understanding the description of what this thing looks like correctly, the cockpit is open.
No!
I'm really not ready for us to have to roll new characters. But yes, the
We
cockpit.
are level 0!
The cockpit is open.
Okay.
You cannot divide by 0.
y'all remember the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon?
Yeah.
And how the first episode with a bunch of scrubs who never played before, they run into Tiamat?
Yep.
Nor would be the one who's like, I got this!
I do it. Okay.
And we're just like,
This is no hard stepping in and stopping James's dumbness because James is just like, I'm jumping into that cockpit. What the
I can go find the jockeying rules. Do you want to know what you would have to roll?
Yes, please.
Okay. Jockey, full action. When you jockey, you aggressively attack an enemy mech while on foot. It cannot be emphasized enough how foolhardy and dangerous this is. This is the only rule in this book that
it
comes
actually says that.
with an editorial comment on
in the book.
doing this.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Okay, so you make a contested skill check. Against Hull.
Okay.
On a success, you manage to climb onto the mech, sharing its space with it. The mech can attempt to shake you off by succeeding on another contested skill check as a full action, or you can jump off as part of your movement.
Okay.
Our flimsy flesh and bone.
Uh-huh.
Should you successfully jockey, you may choose one of the following options. You may distract it, which impairs or slows it.
Right.
You may shred it. You may deal 2 heat to the mech by ripping it, wiring, paneling, and so on.
Okay.
You may damage it for kinetic damage by attacking joints, hatches, and so on.
Okay.
So obviously there's no rule for somebody
Taking
left
the
the
sexy
door open.
Right.
But yeah, you could.
Okay, so there is no option for me to take the robot.
No, it's just not in the rule book because it's not necessarily something you're supposed to be doing. But
Okay.
so it would be. I'd say it would. So you don't know. Okay, so right now you don't know how this mech is moving.
Right.
It doesn't have a pilot.
Okay.
You don't know what's controlling it.
Right.
You would be getting to the cockpit, trying to figure out what exactly is how it's functioning, and then disengaging whatever is currently controlling it, and taking control yourself if that is an option.
Okay.
That's what you'll be doing.
It can't be not to do this.
You just hear Fuse and Neon on the comms verse. No, stop it, no.
I am just going to hit this
Just punch the thing, damn it!
I'm going to shoot it with my shotgun.
Okay. Yeah, so the problem with doing it is also, if you want to know the potential consequences,
Yes.
is that you fail the check to grapple it, or to jockey it, and it just shoots you. It just
you don't have structure.
shoots you.
You're a purse.
You don't
The
have.
more you guys are telling me not to do it, the more I
Your
want to do it.
HP does not restore. Okay, you can't just be like, oh, my arm fell off. Guess I'm gonna get a new one.
yeah, I don't think.
You don't have a flight system to drop. Those are legs, bruh.
Hey, chat, should I do it? No, I'm kidding. Alright, I'm just gonna shoot the sting with my, God, I hate myself for this. With my shotgun.
Okay.
Like a sad boy.
Skywalker.
Yes,
I have the
Anakin
high ground,
Skywalker did.
Anakin.
What's
Anakin
that?
Skywalker did. And look how that ended up for him. Burning on the ground. Missing limbs.
Yeah, but then he turned into James Earl Jones.
Yeah, you mean to tell me I might turn into Darth Vader? Fuck it, we're doing this jockey thing. We're doing the jockey thing. Let's go.
It's too late. You already selected the rules.
Next time.
It's like a chess piece. It's like in chess. If you touch the piece, you have to use it.
You locked
Here we
in the answer.
That is a 20 on the shotgun. That could have been a 20 on the jockey.
Yeah, but that's not the only thing you would have had.
Lord knows you would have rolled a 3. Just be honest with yourself.
That would have been. The dice gods know when shenanigans are happening.
Okay, so yeah, what is the shotgun?
1d6.
Okay, so yeah, roll 2d6, take the higher.
So that's 3. And that one's 5.
Okay, so 5
Yep.
damage. Okay, cool.
I will... Oh, wait, you still have more, actually.
Yep. I'm gonna reactivate my protocol Project Shield, and I'm gonna assign it to protect Fuse.
Well, I'm going to use my reaction for this turn since he's not doing another attack. And
Okay.
turret drone. Poof, 3 damage.
All right. Okay, so at point blank here, it's going to go ahead and shoot at Shadowfall.
Yep, that's fair.
All right, for 8 damage, as they are
Oof.
both going to hit at point blank range.
That knocks me down another row of my HP.
Okay, so is it another structure check?
Structure. Yep.
Youch! Be-doo! Be-doo!
Nope, I turned that off.
Now
That's
Hughes
not-
is just doing it over comms.
Now, I was about to say, that's not your warning. She's literally just trying to warn you. Hey!
You are
Yeah, at this point,
losing fluids!
Fuse is screaming into her comms. Be-doo, be-doo, be-doo.
Bad!
Okay. Alright, guys. Cool. It's not looking great for me.
Roll your d6 for
Yes, that's right.
structure.
3.
It's unlikely you blow up.
I mean,
Unlikely.
But we can't rule out the possibility.
Actually, we can. You need to take, because you still have 2 structure left, right?
yep.
Okay, yeah. Once you're at 1 structure left,
Yep.
then you
That
can roll.
popcorn actually
We're-
exploded on me.
Then your glasses are appropriate because you're in the danger zone.
Yeah, then you can.
You know what? I think that would give me a pretty good reason to want to get another mech real quick.
Basically, you take. You have to roll a 1 for a direct hit.
Mhm.
Then if you have 1 structure, your mech is destroyed.
Okay.
That's pretty much what has to happen. So you rolled a system trauma. So roll a d6 again. That means you're losing something.
I rolled a 6.
A 6? Okay, so 1 more system.
There goes my EVA system.
You can't jump anymore?
No.
Oh.
So now you really can't fly.
You know what ship looks like it can fly though? That of the mech.
At this point, it's looking less and less like it can. It has one structure and 5 hit points left. So, it is back to y'all.
Okay. So, is this shield protocol that Shadowfall has initiated on Fuse, is it locked in place, or does it move with her?
It moves with you.
Ooh, that's dope. Zoop! She runs in there again. Sword.
As
I have an adjacent enemy. Go on.
as you do that, it is going to jet away from you.
You shithead. Do I get to attack it as a reaction?
No, the trigger is actually is somebody moving. So you moving triggers it.
I am going to absolutely destroy this thing. She is going to activate a protocol, I think, and might burn some heat here, depending. Yeah, I can do it. Okay, protocol to activate to more movement. You're
Okay, yeah, you overcharge to
Yep.
get the extra movement. Okay, cool.
Yep. So I'm just gonna mark down overcharge. Boop. And she's gonna do an attack. I had 2d6, but then he moved like some sort of smart robot. That's an 18.
18. Yep, that'll hit.
1d6 plus 2.
That was
Wow.
some big get over here.
she hits the brakes as soon as he runs away. Just grabs onto Shadowfall's robot's shoulders and like pivots around him and then takes off that way. You see the momentum.
Okay, so what is your melee weapon?
It is a sword. Let me open up CompCon again. It is a tactical main melee weapon.
Okay, so you as its jets light up on its back as it kind of looks back and sees you approaching. It fires up over Shadowfall. You kind of following its path, almost like just tap Shadowfall as you turn your run into kind of a leap up at it. And as you come down, you take your sword and you put it right into that cockpit.
Yes!
And it just crashes back with your sword into the corner there, and you just bisect it with this sword, and it stops moving.
I got it! She gives it a kick experimentally, this move.
Yes, from the kick.
From the kick, but not like...
No, it does not respond in any way.
No, listen.
Just making sure.
Walk over here, shotgun to the head, point blank.
just
I
to
did
be
cut it in
sure.
half, but geez,
You always confirm the kill.
it was cut in half. She looks back at Shadowfall. Just... Sorry about your girlfriend.
We'll get you another one.
Fine, I'm not even hurt.
He says crying. It's fine.
They can't see the tears behind the sunglasses. I would like to hop out of Shadowfall
Okay.
and kind of take a closer look at the downed robot, the downed robot.
Okay, yeah, you're hopping up on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop in its cockpit to see if I can figure out who or what the fuck was driving this.
You hop the cockpit. The cockpit is totally toast. Like the sword went right through it. There is
Then I shot it.
yeah. There's not much left of the cockpit itself. However, what you do find is a now thoroughly shattered. You find about 2/3 of a CompCon slate that appears to be plugged into the.
Is it functional at all?
No. There's 2/3 of it.
Okay, good. Then I'm gonna take it back just to see when we get back if I can rebuild it and see what the fuck is going on here.
Okay.
Anything of use inside this motherfucker?
No. It was, and you look around and probably good you didn't try, because it looks like there was about half of a cockpit to begin with. There was no seat. A lot of the control panels look like they're stripped. Just looking over as you're climbing up on the mech, yeah, this looks like it's missing about, a quarter of.
I just put my hand on the stripped down cockpit and I go, "What could have been? Could have been." And then I'm gonna get back inside mine. And you detailed that this mech had a cloak. I'm sure the cloak doesn't work, but is it still on?
Oh yeah, it's also it's not functional in any way.
Yeah.
It's just the shattered, torn. At this point, it's been shot a couple of times. It's been run through. Like it's shreds. But But yes, if you want the shreds of fabric, there are still shreds of fabric.
So I'm just gonna have like a shredded capelet.
Okay.
Mech now.
There you go. Okay.
Don't hate the swag.
Wouldn't dream of it. Did you find anything? Turning on external.
No, it was fucked from the inside out, and that was before you guys fucked it further. There's a Capcom, but it was also fucked to shit. But I'm gonna see if I can rebuild it when we get back.
Oh, it's not a bad idea. Let me know if you need any help. I have an Omni tool that helps with that.
Oh, cool. I don't have one of those, so that will help.
You don't have? Okay.
I also have an Omni hook.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
an Omni
you.
hook? Yeah, I've got an Omni hook. I don't have an Omni tool.
This is Mass Effect now. I forgot the right word.
Yeah, who doesn't have an Omni hook?
Shepard.
I have Shepard.
All right. Forward. Let's move forward and see if maybe there's a sexy robot that doesn't want to kill us.
I hope there isn't because
Y'all have reached the end of where your mechs can go. The hatch ahead actually is person-sized, and your tactical officer will inform you that y'all have basically reached the bridge of the ship. The techs, looking around and making sure it's safe, are going to start streaming in to start heading up to the bridge and try to figure out what is going on here.
I mean, a mech can fit in anywhere it wants to if you're brave enough.
we
That
don't
is
want to
not
jettison
true.
the team into space, though, accidentally breaching the hull. So I
Meanwhile, Will's sitting here like, there's cool technology and there's a door I can go through. Harvey, keep watch for anything else. I want to go check that out. He's gonna hop out and try going through that door.
Sure thing, boss. And yes, as soon as you're down, the mech turns in this super exaggerated
That's my
pose.
Harvey, all right. Before I leave, I'm gonna look up at him, give him a thumbs up, and then walk
He will.
my way over.
Fuse is
Disgusting.
also going to hop out of her mech, a vortex, and pat it lightly on its very singed leg. Just, we'll get you fixed up when we get back. And goes toward the hatch with Will.
I will also get out of Shadowfall, and I'll just give it the peace sign. And man, just kind of walking with them with my gun drawn.
Okay. Yeah, the techs. A couple of the techs are similarly armed with small,
Let's see.
low velocity firearms.
Oh yeah, I have a heavy signature weapon and an archaic melee weapon. Let's go.
You're just running around with.
They're probably gonna, as you pull out that gun, they're probably immediately gonna go, "You do not want to fire that inside."
I mean, not yet. I mean, nobody's giving me a reason, but if somebody does give me a reason, I'd like to have it ready.
I have a pressure suit. You do not.
I have a heavy
And
heart suit.
I'm
that's got
the
a pressure
one
suit.
telling you.
No, it's not.
Meanwhile, Will's just gonna bap James in the back of the head and then pull out an electroshock club type of thing that he has, and he's like, you understand there are options.
I mean, yes, I've got this. I got this. And I got this. Options.
That's a lot of.
That's probably a smarter one.
That's an excellent option. I've got like 5 of those.
I like the big one.
Just saying that one can't space us all.
I mean, nobody do anything dumb. Like, that's all I'm saying. We'll be fine. All right, no, so
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, Will, let's take a look around, see what's going on.
Yeah, let's go up to the bridge. What's the bridge like?
So it's there's a cargo elevator that takes you up, and at this point, y'all are kind of familiar-ish with where you're at. You haven't had a ton of time to explore the Ptolemaios because you've been sleeping through most of it, but you recognize this elevator. It's going to drop you right prior to the bridge. You will arrive up there. You again recognize the big super heavy doors that guard the bridge. They are closed and they are locked. So one of the techs is going to sit down and start trying to get into this door.
Doing all right, buddy? You got it?
I think they got it. Yeah, maybe we should just. I want to get in there too, but we should just. Yeah, let's just.
Seems like he's having a hard time.
If you want to try, you can certainly try to help.
All right, whips out the Omni Hook. All right, here we go. I'm gonna see if I can hack this door open.
Okay. Does this fall under any of your
Yep.
triggers?
Yep.
Pilot triggers. Or skill triggers, rather.
Hack or fix,
Okay.
and also get somewhere quickly.
I think hacker fix is the one that you want.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
I mean,
we'll
if
go
shit
with
don't go
one.
my way, we gonna use the trigger assault. So let's hope the hack and fix works.
Yeah. So,
Oh no.
So I get the add +2.
yes.
That is a 10. But then I get the add +2, so that's 12.
Plus 2. Okay. Yep. That is enough. It does not appear that anything too nothing too crazy has been done here. It's pretty much just lock the door, and once you have time and can just sit with it for a few minutes. The idea would be that somebody would be shooting at anyone who's taking the time to break in. As y'all were coming up here, you also got a comm from Ranger that they've taken the security center and all the drones and stuff should be shut down now. So you have time. It takes a couple of minutes, but
I just kind of pat the tech on the shoulder, like, "Watch out, Junior!" Boop 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 boop, and then it goes.
and now this rod is getting muted.
We'll be back with our show.
and there's and the doors will open to the bridge. There's a breeze of air because it is pressure. It is pressure differential because this area is run off of its own atmosphere. Yeah, y'all have access to the bridge. It looks like a bridge. Everything is in its place. It doesn't look like anything too crazy has been done in here either. A lot of the systems are off, but there's a couple of terminals here and there that are active.
Let's go look at
Will's going to go up to, I was about to say, same. Will's going to go to another empty terminal and take his Omni Hook and see if there's anywhere he can jack into the system and gather anything.
Okay.
Hell yeah, let's push some buttons.
What are you looking for?
Realistically, any sort of idea of why this ship was made and why it's here and what it was doing. Just any information on the mission pathing, the payload.
Okay.
I'm going to try to find any personnel files.
And I'm gonna try and find out any information I can.
Oh, another sexy ass robot.
You don't know me, Will.
But you are
information
gonna
about
find
sexy ass
okay.
robot. No, but I'm mainly looking to see who was remotely controlling it, if anybody was, or what settings they set that up with. So maybe I can do that with my robot.
Okay.
Can fix.
Yes. So we'll go one at a time. Fuse here with your
12.
12. Okay.
Yep.
You were looking for like personnel files.
Yep.
You find a unit name
Okay.
that is assigned to this ship, and oh, right. That's important. Well, not important, but one thing you did notice, Shadowfall, climbing on the robot, and in pulling off its cloak. It was entirely the robot itself had a unit insignia on it at some point, but it had been chiseled off. It looks like somebody had like taken a giant, well, for a mech, it's like a shovel you're using for this, and dug in on the paint to score it off.
Somebody was big mad.
On the other side, there was one word, Axios.
Okay. I would have relayed that to the rest of the team. Like, hey, somebody was big mad. They got rid of their unit mark and put Axios.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's a hot robot name though, Axios.
It's something.
Yes, y'all would probably, if anyone has any reason, they would know ancient cradle history.
I did a lot of reading, but I don't know. I think that'd be like a really high DC roll.
I do not think you all would have any reason for that to mean anything to you.
Right.
Nope.
Didn't they used to have a body spray called Axios way, way, way back in the day?
They're still digging up cans of it. No, they probably often confuse the archaeological evidence for pepper spray.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Well, I didn't find anything.
No, you did not.
Even with my +2, I rolled a 1.
Yikes.
What was the...
My computer explodes.
Sorry.
So
Yeah, as you're like you're digging in here, as you do, you're pulling out wires and like, oh no, this will work better this way, and you pull the wrong wire. And
I just assumed I tried to put the USB port in the wrong way too many times.
Suddenly the motherboard
Scratched it.
fried.
Yeah, it just
No,
the screen just shuts
I can
down.
jack in directly. Oops.
Yeah, unfortunate. All right.
What was the unit name for the
no, they
ship?
scratched it off on the.
Oh no, this was.
Oh no, that was you. That was what you found.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, this is the unit name for the ship presently. Because she's trying to look at personnel files. Trying to. Who was on the ship? We don't have a very good HR department.
Okay, so the unit name is the Dalvos Mechanized 57th.
7th?
Yep.
Galvos Mechanized 57th. Okay.
Dalvos. Daovis.
Dalvos, not
Dalvos, yes. Mechanized 57th.
Okay.
The ship is the Corbulo.
Okay.
Um,
Does that ring any Union bells?
nope.
Nope.
I mean, let's see. No, not really. None of you are particularly like well traveled or anything. You would probably know that's probably the name of the planet that it's from. This is probably some sort of planetary militia unit something.
Something like that.
Yeah. But the name doesn't immediately mean anything to you.
Nope. And that's all that she gets? No captain logs, no flight logs or anything like that?
The vast majority of stuff has been removed.
Just wiped?
Yeah. It's clear that somebody wiped this beforehand. That's what you managed to put together. Shadowfall, you want to give your as y'all are just the movie hackers on wheels here. Give me your
basically
12.
So
12?
I
Okay.
love how the description of the Omni Hook is like usually one person carries this, and we're like scrubs.
I'll
Scrubs.
have.
Okay, so you were looking for like the there's no more sexy robots.
Yeah. But I was also looking to see if there's any information about who might have remotely controlled the sexy robot or how they did it.
You will get. Let's see. You managed to get in looking for sexy robots. You managed to recover a few files from the quartermaster's log, basically. In glancing through this, you find that this was a mech regiment. You find a couple of names of like who was assigned to what mech.
Okay.
But with the limited amount of information you have about whatever it was you fought, you don't find anything of particular that could particularly help you in that direction.
Alright. And I'm going to end this encounter the same way I do whenever I use my Omni tool. By clearing the browser history.
Excellent.
Fair.
Well, they really didn't leave much here, did they?
Nope. I didn't find shit.
Fuse is going to get up and start walking around looking for physical evidence of the place. Any signs of people being here, basically.
Okay. Any triggers you're trying to apply there?
Investigate.
Investigate. Oh, that's definitely relevant. Go for it.
Hooray! Okay. 16.
16. Okay. Yeah. What you find is that it looks like people cleared out of here pretty quickly.
Anything left behind?
There's like a coffee cup that you kind of give it a shake and there's a little bit left in it.
Grungy, don't want that.
There's some meaningless papers, like just kind of the things that people would have laying around that wouldn't necessarily
Not very informative.
Well, not papers. Nobody has paper in space. That's dumb.
But like data
That's
pads.
expensive. Yeah, but like data pads that it's like this was clearly like just like something that you have in the bridge. It's scrubbed of anything, but it was just kind of the board web browsing data pad. But the fact that you open it and basically the browser's still up, like somebody was doing something on it. Everything looks like it was very quickly taken out of here.
These people really left in a hurry. They're playing a game. She holds up the data pad.
There's one last thing I'd like to look for if I could with my Omni Hook.
Yep.
Your Omni-tube.
I would like to download or like to pull the blueprints of this vessel.
Okay.
And I would also like to get a record of any navigational changes, like where they were going, if they made any changes, and where it's heading.
Navalog was definitely wiped.
Okay,
Yeah.
so.
But something like blueprints, that's going to be stored like in a separate partition. There's like the boot sector. All the stuff like that's going to be there.
Okay. Then I'm trying to pull everything from
Yeah,
there just so
you
we can.
you get the basics of what this ship left dock with as information about itself.
So the nav was scrubbed, guys.
Yep, they scrubbed everything before they left. Is there anything on the bridge of the ship that indicates like a firefight or anything, or is it just all?
No.
Just.
It looks organized.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of quick.
Yeah.
And nothing of the fact that nothing of value was left tells you it wasn't that. It was a planned quickness.
Yeah, it was
we
have X amount of time to get out of here, let's go.
Yeah, it was very much a like, we knew this was going to happen, but it's happening now.
Mm.
Looking at all the panels, is there any semblance of, say, dust or anything, or does it look like they just very recently got back out of this bridge?
I think last date of the doors opening was like 3 weeks before. When Fuse was looking.
Y'all will find enough to conclude that the dates match up.
Okay.
It looks like those two are connected.
And there are still techs here, right?
Yeah, your techs are here, and they're doing basically the same thing y'all are doing in a slightly more organized fashion onto, vac-hardened backup machines. They're pulling, trying to basically clone the whole drive, all the drives, to just take back and really dig in. They're trying to reactivate systems. They're trying to see what they can get functional.
I would like to assist them in firing up the navigation system, trying to get that going. The nav system fires fine. Mm-hmm.
It's just empty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wherever they were headed to is, or if they were headed anywhere at all, isn't on the thing anymore.
Yeah, but that also means they don't care about if somebody got onto the ship and rerouted to where it's going, so they don't give a fuck about this ship.
The problems, yes, exactly. There's clearly no attempt to move this ship again. The problem that the tech start to run into is physical systems. The engines look to be slagged intentionally. There's a lot of sabotage they start to find throughout physical systems on the ship.
Well, were any of this might be a dumb question. Were any of these escape pods used?
Checking, the escape pods are still intact.
They probably just launched shuttles to get off.
Yep.
Yeah, escape pods would be. Escape pods are unpleasant. They're like a fly at 8 Gs for 5 minutes, like.
And they're easier to predict where they're going.
95% survival rate type of thing.
Oh, good.
Because a certain number of people, you put them at 8 Gs, and they're just, something's going to give.
Yeah.
But that's how you've got to get off of ships that are exploding. So, you don't casually get into an escape pod because you need to get somewhere. You get into escape pod because the ship's going to blow up, and 95% is a lot better than 0.
All right. Well.
Anything else? All right. If y'all are good, the techs are at a certain point. Y'all kind of finish up your everything, and the techs will tell you, we'll take it from here. Y'all can head back to the Ptolemaeos.
Sounds good.
Yep.
We presume you don't need the shuttle.
Yeah, we're good. We'll
No, we will. Some of us might need the shuttle.
Ranger will tell you. Ranger's going to stay behind just to make sure that the ship is fully cleared, but he can hitch back on the shuttle. Shadowfall, you can take some time to get your to get your stuff functional.
And the talent that I replaced it with engineering. So
yeah, so like you have time now. You have the hour to take a rest to get repairs done. So you can get your flight system back up, or your EVA system operational enough that, at very least, with Fuse and Neon's help, y'all can make it across. No issue.
It's gonna look like Iron Man when he's on low power.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So, y'all
heading on back.
Head back. All right, you get back. You are going to be immediately brought to be debriefed by Captain Maddox. Your tactical officer will also obviously be there. Commander Kierson has like basically is on a slate, browsing pictures that it looks like the techs have taken of the different systems and stuff of this mech you fought. And glancing at it, she'll it looks like somebody built this thing out of spare parts. This is a mech you would build out of what you have left over.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I'd say the real thing is out there somewhere. And just not on the ship, obviously.
Whoever it was knew where they were doing.
Yeah, did you find anything?
Looking at you.
How was it? How was it?
So...
Please tell me you didn't find an HP in there.
No. Everything was fucked. Everything was fucked to shit when I got in there. The only thing that was fucked to less shit was this. And he pulls out the Capcom. I mean, if you guys have any more, if you guys have any mechs that are kind of like that one. I mean,
interesting.
I had a chance to look at it, but
yeah, I'm gonna rebuild it when I get the time, or at least I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out what's for, figure out what Axios is.
Maddox, what kind of Axios?
Yeah, they scraped off the unit number on the SAB, and then they put Axios on it. SAB standing for sexy ass bot. So
doesn't mean anything to me, but sounds strange.
Well, I mean, there's got to be somebody on this, ship that knows what an Axios is, right?
Well, I will get our techs on it. We'll see. Commander Kierson will hand you back the CompCon, the shattered remains of the CompCon, and tell you that's sounds like one possibility to me. Somebody installed a homunculi in that.
Somebody installed a what now?
You would know what a homunculi is.
Okay.
That's when you essentially put in you program a personality into a CompCon. It's emulating being a person.
Don't know anything about that.
So this was the pilot?
it was somebody.
I can't think of what Lancer would install anyone but themselves in a mech.
Huh. Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, you can do that. It's kind of.
I mean, usually
It's a
Will's
statement.
just gonna kind of look at him like, you didn't.
usually
I mean, I don't really like AIs.
they're not. Usually, when you do something like a homunculi, it's some sort of like pop star that you can sell to teenagers to put on their comp cons and pretend to hang out with. Wiring one into a mech is certainly ingenious, I guess. It wouldn't be particularly. It would have the reactions, but it would not be intelligent.
Well,
It's obviously, it's not a proper NHP. It's just a dumb AI.
Well, I can tell you, after going toe to toe with Sab, this thing's reactions were pretty on point.
They were.
It was impressive for an AI how quickly it reacted, given there was no one in the cockpit.
Well, then whoever it was a homunculi of must be a good pilot. And Maddox will. You said the unit insignia was scraped off. Did you find anything that might tell you what was scraped off?
I mean, I've got a registry of pilots in their mechs, but without having the unit number, I couldn't correlate them to the pilot. So, no, not really.
I don't know if it helps, but the unit name of the ship was Davos Mechanized 57th Corps Bulow. Ring any bells?
Well, that answers who the homunculi was.
Oh, who's the homunculi?
Oh, we're getting raided again.
Captain Galen Machinsky. He's known as he was known as the Ace of Davos. Last I heard, that might have been changed to the Butcher.
So that means the nickname Ace is up for grabs.
Well, as long as we have our priorities straight.
Are you reconsidering Shadow Walker?
Shadowfall.
Shadowwalker's
not bad.
So let me ask, how did we get a shift from Ace to Butcher?
Davos had a uncomfortable period of civil war, essentially. Union DOJ HR teams have arrived and quelled most of the issues. If I had to guess, this is a leftover of that. Looks like the good captain grabbed a ship and decided he wasn't ready to face trial for what they found. I haven't gotten many details yet, but war crimes have essentially been confirmed. I'll ask after the DOJ HR teams, see what information they have, but the initial reports weren't good. He was a hero, a true and proper Lancer, if ever there was one. Stories of taking on 3, 4, 5 mechs by himself.
Not these three.
Funny.
But-
Hero's usually just a matter of perspective.
Yes, but nobody saw this coming.
Now the question is, what was he doing with a ship, a homunculus, and a whole bunch of droids?
Not particularly surprising that somebody, as I said, the DOJ HR teams more or less killed the Civil War when they arrived. They're still sorting it out. But I would imagine he took what forces he had with him and absconded. The Corbulo was assigned to that regiment.
So they were loyal to him.
It would seem.
Makes sense.
So I guess the question's why then?
Well, I don't know why here, but why he would leave is easy enough. Like I said, I wouldn't want to be on the end of a Union DOJ HR Liberator team asking questions about war crimes.
I guess that's fair.
As to where the ship went, well, or rather the contents thereof, we have some more colonial incompetence. One of the weather satellites picked up 3 meteorite impacts, a couple 100 miles outside of town. So, you're going down to the planet, but I'm calling an audible on this mission. Ithaca is to be presumed hostile until we can get down there and assess the situation. I'm sure with your newfound experience, all of you can secure licensing for some proper mechs. I want you to draw up orders and send them down. I've already ordered your tech teams down to the surface. They'll begin construction on some proper war machines for you. We're ditching the parade mechs team. Your mission is to secure that planet in the name of Union.
All right.
I thought this planet was already under Union's control.
Didn't we all? I'm not trusting anything until we get an answer of what Captain Machinsky's doing down there.
We just had 3 more meteor falls. That last one was the first. So, Lord only knows what we're looking at this point.
Probably not going to be dropping into anything nice or friendly.
You didn't find any other mechs on that ship, did you?
Just a ton of drones. Just in the one mech that we mentioned already.
Yep. I'd say you know what you're hunting for.
Right.
I mean, what a way to wake up, right, guys?
Yeah, we've been up for 5 hours?
Yeah, at this point y'all have been up just about 6 or 7 hours. Just enough time to get some coffee in you, fly across space to a unmanned ship.
Fight some robots.
Yep. Hello, Raiders, by the way. Sorry, we were in the midst of a bit of a thing there. I didn't want to interrupt, but thank you all for joining us. We are playing Lancer, a RPG about giant robots. We just got done with exploring a mysterious ship on the edge of this system and discovering the secrets of who and why it was here. We've been playing for a couple hours here, guys. Do we need a quick 5-minute break here?
Yeah, I'm down for a 5-minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So yes, sorry for the timing with the raid and everything, but we're gonna take just a real quick 5-minute break by on everything, and we will be right back to continue this story. So I hope to see you then.
Woo!
All right, we are back. Thank you, guys. So, when we left off, y'all had just had your debriefing with Captain Maddox. You had put together a little bit of what y'all were up against. The Davos Mechanized 57th off of the ship the Corbulo, led by one Captain Galen Machinsky, who's apparently a fairly prolific ace, but also quite possibly now a war criminal. So, with the situation on the ground unknown, Maddox has declared the planet hostile and sent y'all down to pacify it as necessary. Or at very least figure out if it needs pacification. So, y'all put in your orders for your mechs, which will be printed and assembled in a few days here. And y'all are headed down.
Huh?
Right. Do we get anything for our downtime resources in this time frame?
I am going to say not right now. Y'all are pretty much going to be hurried. Like, you run to your rooms, which have been packed for you and everything.
Just right through some boxes.
Yeah, exactly. And instead of unpacking and making yourself comfortable in there, you basically get to take the pre-packed bag of the standard issue uniforms and everything and run out the door to go drop.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready.
All set here.
Whew. Busy day.
Yep.
All right. So the shuttle at this point, the shuttle is back. Is being rapidly unpacked with all the tech stuff, and y'all are kind of ushered in. Ranger is back. He will tell y'all he's got some debriefing to do himself, and he'll catch up with y'all on the planet.
All right, try and keep up.
Y'all board the shuttle, and y'all head down.
So, what you guys order?
I looked into some SSC stuff.
Ah, me too.
What would you get?
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you. I got a morning cloak.
Oh, I was looking at that one. That one looks really good. I think I'm leaning more towards Duskwing because I feel like we need some cover.
Yeah, I thought mine out too. What did you pick, Will?
You should know me. I went Harrison Armory. First of all, someone needs to take a hit. And
Okay.
it clearly ain't gonna be you.
Hey, if you move fast enough, you don't get hit.
Yeah. Guess what? If you got 5 weapons on you, it doesn't matter if they blow your hand off.
All you need is a good blade.
I got one of those too.
All right, so I guess I know who's losing the race between you and me.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna be moving fast though. That's not happening.
Not moving as fast, no. That's all right though.
Okay, so we have a morning cloak. Fuse, what did you get?
Duskwing.
A Duskwing. And what did you decide on, Neon?
And I'm going Sherman.
Sherman, excellent. Okay, so the way that you basically, Sherman as a Google search is not going to pull up what I want it to. The
You can look in the compendium though.
Let me pull up a picture for you.
I found pictures. I just wanted to get pictures up for so that we could show chat what y'all got.
Right.
The way leveling in Lancer works, essentially instead of classes, you have mechs, and the way the different mechs work is analogous to the way that classes work in a lot of games. And then there are different manufacturers, which they kind of have different philosophies to them. So there is Harrison Armories, there is Smith Shimano Corporo, there is Horus, which is harder to explain, and is that it? What am I missing?
And IPSN.
IPSN, which is Space FedEx.
Right.
Heavily armed.
Horus is quite literally the Dark Souls.
Heavily armed
Lovely.
Space FedEx. FedEx having merged with a mercenary corporation. Okay, so.
So Amazon now. Right now.
Right
let
now.
me see if there's a way for me to easily do this. I don't know that there is. I can just adjust this. Okay, so 1 sec. I should have been better prepared for this, but I didn't because I often don't. Okay, there we go. That should work well enough. So this is the Morning Cloak, which is what Shadowfall has selected. It is a... let's see. Well, the on the box, it says Agile Teleporting Melee Assassin.
Pose.
It does what it says on the box. It stabs people and then it teleports while it's doing it.
Yay!
And so it can
Very
essentially blink around the battlefield. There's this whole concept of blink space, which is how faster than light travel is done in this world. This essentially taps into blink space to just teleport instead of regular movement. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild this stuff goes.
And if I roll poorly, I end up lost in blink space for a little bit.
Yes, that can happen as well, because blink space is badly understood. This is what happens when you borrow technology from ancient, nightmarish AI something or others, which is where blink space came from. Then we have the Harrison Armories Sherman, which is a little bit of a little bit more straightforward. It's got a big gun and it shoots things. It also is one of the mechs that uses heat as a bit of a resource. Heat is what charges that big integrated mount on it. So essentially, you're going to build up heat. That's very
many weapons.
Very Harrison Armories. You build up heat, and then you use that to charge your big gun, and you fire your big gun with it. So, can be a very interesting thing to play around with. And then we have the Duskwing, which this one says sustained aerial harassment.
Very harassing.
Yeah, that's about what it does. It jumps around. It has a few disruption tools, and it's generally just the fast, hard to hit harasser. It does what it says. So yeah, those are. I don't know. We had talked a lot, but I don't think they had decided exactly on a mech. So we'll pull his up next time. So that is what we have selected today. And that's essentially how leveling works. You get these license levels in these mechs, which is essentially these corporations going, yeah, sure, you're a good enough person that will give you access to more stuff. And after having now completed a mission, they have gained access to actual mechs rather than just the GMS standard ones that everyone has access to, which is what's currently on the overlay. We'll have everyone's new mechs in some form or fashion, because I don't think anyone chose a mech that is actually done on Retrograde Miniatures. By the way, Retrograde Miniatures does the minis that we use. Check them out.
The only way it would be done is if
it's IPS. They've done
either IPSN or Horus.
Or Horus, yeah. So we'll all just be using. They did do another style of GMS though, so that will also help in us trying to make our own versions of these mechs, because the mechs also aren't hard locked into how they look. Part of the game is supposed to be that you kind of choose the mech you want and then you say how it looks, and that's just a suggestion of what it canonically might look like. So next week we'll have everything switched out. We'll have a new overlay with the new mechs, and you'll see a little bit of everyone. Everyone have a little bit more personality rather than just the colored heads we went with for GMS. So that's leveling in Lancer. So with that out of the way, y'all are going to be heading down to the planet, to the city of Bogantu, which is the head of the colonial administration. So, roused from sleep after a quick shot in the arm of adrenaline the hard way, y'all are now aboard a shuttle rapidly dropping towards the planet. The view's a little less impressive when it's through a porthole this big rather than out of the big front-facing cockpit view of a giant mech. But fairly quick, there is the always slightly terrifying effects of re-entry, which is still dropping into an atmosphere and hoping everything doesn't blow up the way it's always been. You'll make your way through, and as the shuttle's continuing its glide down, you are treated to a somewhat strange sight. Two cities that look near identical. There is what seems to be kind of the direction y'all are heading, and just maybe 50 or so miles, still perfectly visible out of the porthole, is another city. And it has you recognize a couple of the structures. You recognize the general layout. It looks basically the same.
There's two cities and they look exactly the same. That's weird, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's just making sure I'm not the only one who thinks that. Okay.
Very strange. Well, I guess it's considerate for the fucky shit to start early.
I mean, yeah, we've been awake for what? 6 hours?
Barely. I mean, it took me less than 2 hours to really fuck up a mech.
To be honest, I think that might be a record for you.
That might be a record. Well, I hope everybody brought guns.
Yeah. I think we're good.
So, how oh, go ahead. No, go.
No, I was going to say, haven't been planet side in a long time. What about you guys?
Yeah, it's been a minute. No.
Been since, going into cryo sleep.
So several minutes.
Times is, kind of messed up that way. I see what you're saying. It's been a minute, but has it?
Now we come from Cradle ourselves. So
From Cradle.
we're planet bound.
I mean, I'm from one of the SCC worlds.
Yeah, hear good things.
Yeah. Grow up.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, there are a lot of good things you hear about SSC worlds. They're very well run. The people there are remarkably happy. It's second only to living directly under Union on Cradle.
Yeah, you don't want for much.
No. Definitely don't want for anything.
Yeah, and definitely still within the overarching rule of core worlds that the three pillars are definitely in effect. Most problems have been solved. They're pretty great places.
Makes it real easy to take the piss out of a few people.
Yeah, to say the least.
So how exactly are we supposed to accomplish this mission? Like, who do we need to shoot?
We need to determine that first, I think.
That's my least favorite part.
Yeah, we gotta. I don't.
Not to mention, we need to shoot anything that starts shooting at us before we start looking at how pretty it is.
Here's the thing, though. That's not bad advice. Here's the thing. Like we were supposed to be going down here for a parade thing. Like we were supposed to just, stand there and do our robot waving, and now we're entering a hostile. So these are the people that I thought we were supposed to be, Union. You're good under Union.
Well, yeah, they might be still. Think about it. We saw what happened when the first one dropped. Inside, even if it was cleared out, still hostile crafts. What's in the other three? What if they already took over the landscape? If we're on foot, we can blend in. We can make it seem like we're just locals, and so if they've already kind of come in and institute some martial law, we can just pretend like we're already there and kind of gather info. If we roll in mechs, and they're on martial law, I'm thinking it's going to be more than one.
I'm surprised that they didn't have any AA defenses or anything like that online when these meteors fell in the first place. So I don't know if they could even get us out of the sky if we were to come down in our mechs. But I agree that it's probably not the greatest idea to come in guns blazing.
We gotta assess the situation first.
Mm-hmm.
James.
Look, I did not mention my displeasure at not being surrounded by tons of metal and guns, okay?
I can feel it. We're twins.
I can just feel it.
You should know that I'm going to play the role, I will assess, and then when the time comes, I'm going to get into my giant walking machine of death and do what it does in a really fashionable way.
That's fair.
I mean, if I gotta blow something up, I'll make it look sexy.
That's an option, I guess. You're gonna die beautiful.
No, I don't die.
You are aware that we can die.
What was that?
You know, that mortality thing that they tell you about? Yeah.
Yeah, that's for other people.
It's for other people.
If you accept the fact that you're gonna die, then you're gonna die. I look too good to die.
We're gonna agree to disagree on that one.
In my experience, I don't think death has any...
I'm too cool to die.
any prejudice regarding coolness. Just my personal opinion on that.
Nope. Fly too slick, guns too quick, can't die.
You should put that on the side of your neck.
I do have personalization on my mech, and that is what is on it. Fly too slick, gun too quick.
Fantastic.
I just need to point out how the personalizations on my mech are enhanced sound detection equipment that I have a Halon frequencer that I walk around with so I can communicate with my AI, and his is a bumper sticker.
Well, actually, correction, I have a custom paint job, and my custom paint job says...
There we go.
My custom paint job
I'm
says...
fine with that.
Is that
The
actually...
whole paint job, it's good, it's fine.
Did you actually take the custom paint job for that?
So for my systems, I have evil module, type 3 projected shield, custom paint job, smoke charges, and personalization. I haven't figured out what I want to do for personalization yet, but my paint job, fly too quick, fly too slick, gun too quick.
That is my favorite system.
It's great. It's really great. They take structure damage. Oh, you don't?
Nah, not with my...
I just chipped some paint, fam. What are you talking about?
Not with my mech being so pretty.
That's valid.
Okay, so y'all make your way to the surface of the planet. You land in this sort of central plaza type deal next to one of the large buildings you've seen. And you can probably catch from outside the window, it appears to be the central government building. There are a bunch of banners hung up all over the place with Union on them. And you see these kind of down the central thoroughfare that is in front of this. You see what appears to be like crowd barriers set up. And nobody behind them. It is a full setup for a parade that nobody has come to. Waiting for you outside are a handful of people who begin to approach as the gate opens. The ramp drops, and y'all can head out onto the planet.
Dal starts to head down.
Yep, follow behind.
Okay. You're greeted first by a woman in these long flowing robes, all in white, with just a couple of like gold accents here and there. And she will introduce herself as Councilwoman Katase, and she will tell you, welcome to Ithaca, and welcome to Bagachi.
Hello, Councilwoman.
Ma'am?
Thank you for the welcome.
I apologize that we had to abbreviate it. As such, I understand you had some difficulties in orbit.
Yes, there was a ship disguised as an asteroid in the Atmo.
Most unsettling. Your captain informed me that he fears that some elements off of this ship made planetfall near here.
That's true. Did you receive any radar signals of 3 meteors making landfall here?
Well, my meteorologist team has informed me that our weather satellites did pick up 3 impacts sometime a few weeks ago. I believe your captain has told us that you found information that links those with the time span that this ship appears. We don't have any planetary radar system or anything of that. Our colony is relatively new. We lack many of the luxuries that a more central planet may enjoy. We are working on it, but it's a long process. Things here are simple for now. Well, were.
Well, not a lot you can tell us then. So
about whatever it is you've come here to investigate. No, I fear not.
Well, good talk.
Have you had any mech activity on World?
Not that we know of. Councilman Shimango, and she will point to one of the men behind her, is printing your mechs currently. He's quite enjoying the task. It's the first time that we've commissioned something so grand here. Most of what we print are simple farm tools, the occasional large vehicle, perhaps, but we've had no use for the instruments of war.
Yeah, there's always okay. You're right. So that's great. Is there an ETA on when we can expect our babies to be done?
Just a few days. I believe one or two of them has completed its printing process, and your technicians are assembling them as we speak.
Wonderful.
So you don't have any atmospheric scanning to see anything dropping in, and nobody noticed 3 separate asteroids crashing into the planet's surface?
Our meteorologist team did, but it was not seen as particularly remarkable. It was just meteor impacts happen. They were large, but
oh yeah, of course,
not of any particular note.
Okay. So, any unrest on the colony? Anything that we need to be apprised of? Anything we should be expecting? Anybody gonna give us a hard time?
Unrest? No. I like to think not. At least not in this Bagantu.
Is that referring to this city, not the one across the way?
Yes. A peculiar geographic feature of our world. 2 cities, 1 name. That is also Bagantu. Founded some 50 years ago. We have been here a few hundred.
They look to be about the same amount of sprawl.
They are from the same basic plans.
right.
This colony was designed several hundred years ago. A colony ship was dispatched under traditional drives. In the time it took for them to arrive, my ancestors were able to utilize the opening of a local blink station to arrive here ahead of them. We used the same essential colony plans. The thought would be that we would welcome them and they would be happy to arrive at a planet that had already begun the process of integrating the many technological strides that Union has made. Instead, I fear the transition has not gone well. It's a difficult thing when your ancestors expect something and you're raised to expect something and you arrive to something very different. They chose instead to start their own venture, which we accepted. They might just need some time. We're sure that in time they'll come around.
Did the meteor fall occur closer to this city or
Theirs, in fact.
Okay. So somebody got calls. Cool.
And do you guys get along pretty good? The two cities?
More or less. We have the only functional printer, so there are regular convoys. We give them all that they might need from us. I have occasional contact with their leadership. Some of the younger crowd can be a bit of an issue, but you understand how young people are making trouble where there needs to be none and such. It's just it's the way of all things.
We'll just kind of look at each other.
Yeah, like, that sounds familiar.
I'm sure it is the same on Cradle. I try not to take anything personally. I truly believe that they just need some time. It was a bit of a shock to the system. Their society had planned to come to a world that they could call theirs, and I understand that finding someone else sitting in your spot, so to speak, might be off-putting.
Ma'am, I have 2 questions for you.
Yes.
Do you have the capability of printing another printer?
No, it is my understanding that printers require certain components that cannot easily be manufactured.
Okay. Well, in that case,
in that way.
In that case, I only have that one question and a comment. Since you cannot print them a printer, you need to start printing weapons of war now.
That seems awfully sudden, awfully rash, and could certainly inflame the exact sort of tensions that you seem to be implying could occur.
What are you thinking, Willie? Because I'm more than willing to bet.
We have a small cache of self-defense armaments. My security is more than up to the task of the sort of things that this world could expect.
We should hope it doesn't come to that, and hopefully we can resolve whatever the problem might be before it becomes a greater issue.
I fully trust that you will. It is good to see Union taking such an active interest in our world and our well-being.
Of course, you're all part of the umbrella.
I'm a roll to get a read on this chick, because I trust this chick about as far as I can go.
Okay.
Where can you throw her, though?
I
don't know that there's necessarily an...
There is a trigger for get a read on a situation, but I don't have it.
Okay, do you have any trigger you want to use here, or is this just
I tried looking, and unless I can somehow just really bullshit my way into get you to expecting that I am staying cool while I'm rolling this dice, I feel like stay cool does not apply.
Probably not.
We're just gonna go straight D20 and just pray.
I think I might have something that works, kinda.
All right, what do we got?
That's a natural 20!
Natural 20, okay. With that, she certainly seems earnest. Like, you don't get the feeling that she's bullshitting, and you don't get the feeling that this is a proper politician, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't think that she's giving you campaign talk. You feel like
this is just her actually talking.
Yeah,
to us.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you trust her or not after even that, that's a different issue.
Right.
But at very
I
least,
just wanted to make sure
yeah.
I wasn't getting the vibe like she was just trying to sell us something.
Oh yeah, nope. I don't seem to be selling anything.
I would like to use my trigger, get a hold of something, to kind of get her as an ally to kind of open up to me.
Okay.
That's an interesting.
That's
it says
That's
acquire.
one way to interpret those words.
No, it says acquire temporary or permanent allies, assets, or connections through wealth and social influence, obtain information, food, materials, or soldiers. So that's exactly how it's supposed to be used.
okay. I'm down for this, but you're gonna need to tell me how you do it.
Okay.
I don't need exact wording or anything. If you can give me a general idea, you don't have to make the
He's
speech.
going to relay some of his personal experiences of his troublemaking from Cradle to kind of get her to, like, look, you might need to take this a little bit more seriously than you are. I'm just gonna break it down to you. Me and my brother here, we come from Cradle, and we had everything taken care of for us. We didn't want for anything, and we still raised hell just because sometimes it's fun. Now you've got people like us on the other side of that wall there that actually do need something, and if they're hellraisers like us and they're hungry, they will come at your door, and they will be a problem. You need to stiffen up and take this seriously.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Give me a roll.
Oh, it would help if I rolled it correctly, wouldn't it? $17.
Okay, 17. Yeah. I mean, she's like, well, as you're doing this, there's a little bit of like, oh, there's no wall. Nobody's.
You know what I mean.
Nobody's hungry, but as you keep going, like there's kind of all these little like, and as like you grind away at it. It's like, well, no, it's not about that. No, it's not about that. Like, see what I'm saying, not what I'm saying.
Right.
And at the end, she's kind of, I understand.
All I'm saying is
you would not. The parade would be on if this was not a serious situation, and I understand that.
So if there's anything that you know that you're not telling us, if there's anything that you're withholding for whatever reason, good or bad, now would be the time to tell us.
Yeah, she thinks real hard, and she's like, I don't know what might assist you in any more, but you know as much as I do.
Okay.
Essentially, if you have any other questions, do feel free to come to me. My door is always open to you.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, you get the feeling that she
Gives her a wink.
Oh dear. Sense views. In character. We are in chaos mode. Okay.
It really is weird that they would call it get a hold of something.
that is a little.
Get a hold of. I guess it would be because it's like get a hold of information. Allies. I guess kind of makes sense. It's just
I read it
a little weird when they say something.
I read it more like you trying to see if you can find like an informant in the moment that you need the information, not making the bond with the skill. So that's what threw me for the future. So you understand?
I mean,
once you explained it your way, I was like, oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I was just reading it verbatim, and I'm like, that's weird, but okay.
The point of triggers is supposed to be that they are overly broad. In the context of the vast majority of games, the point, like, where it's like, you know, in D&D, where it's like, this is a history check. And history is fairly well defined. Right. It's supposed to be far more ephemeral. You're supposed to be able to go, well, okay, So I know this isn't what it says, but this is how I want to use it. Can I do that? And then it's, up to me and the group. Is that acceptable? So yeah, and that is well within of it, as long as you're specifically trying to get a hold of something. In that situation, I would say you were trying to get a hold of any information she may have.
Yeah.
So
okay, that would have been a better way to describe it.
Perfectly valid use of it. How permanent is that alliance going to be? Who knows? But
We'll see.
You certainly, for now, have come across favorably in her estimation.
Cool.
All right. What's on the perimeter of the cities? Do you know? Anything beyond this point? Like how much of the planet is unexplored?
Unexplored, very, very little. We do have good, readings of most everything. There are other scattered settlements throughout the farmlands. That is one of our largest exports and one of our largest growing areas is in our farms. These cities, I suppose, are essentially the administrative center of all of that, and a convenient place for trade in the future.
Has anyone inspected these crash sites for the meteors?
Well, no. We, again, didn't consider them to be of any real value of importance until your captain made us aware of their potentially hazardous nature, and, well, given what he told us, we were reticent to do so ourselves. We imagined that might be one of your first tasks.
It certainly seems that way. Do you have their location?
Yes, of course. And she will introduce one person as one of the meteorologist teams and hand you. We'll transmit to your CompCon a general overview of all the information they have, which in this case, the information they have is going to be fairly. It's going to be technical stuff, like expected entry, vector, speed, mass, stuff like that.
Sounds good.
Anyone else?
I got everything I needed from this. I'm thinking we head over to the other city and have a conversation. Assess, as it were.
Right.
Sounds good to me.
Or should I say, assess?
No.
You know what? Just have to fill it out.
You don't have to fill it. Can you put the safety on that thing, please?
Look, my trigger discipline is fantastic. Okay, this thing doesn't go off unless I want it to.
She's kind of like leaning away.
We'll just punch his James in the shoulder.
Fine. Safety.
I'll roll for it if I have to. I'm serious.
Do any
want
of
these problems?
Okay, that would be a opposed roll. Do any of you have any?
We both have bonded with each other.
That just gets awkward. We'll ignore that one.
I've got assault.
Assault?
Yeah.
Well, yep. Yeah.
So let's get in motion.
Anything for you? Do you have any relevant triggers? No. Okay. Yep. You're gonna have to beat a 17.
Nice.
Oh, that was my previous
Oh,
round.
that was your previous. Okay.
Dang, I missed. So
12. No. Now Noir. You can roll. Oh, yeah. Okay.
16.
The brotherly squabble is fairly quickly brought to
Say
a
uncle.
standstill.
Say uncle. Say uncle.
Get your together.
You started it.
The look from the delegation is that the Union fire team was not what they expected.
I'm gonna actually have Fuse reach out and just he's gonna take someone out to just separate them. Just a quick.
I let him go from the headlock. I just messing with you.
She just like reaches in behind, like right under the rib cage, and just pokes out like a really good like little pressure point.
Okay,
And
with the-
it's like,
With the 16,
Started it by being an idiot.
You started it by swinging.
I will say
You
that
started
is.
it by being dumb.
I wasn't dumb. I put the gun away. I was just feeling the room.
You pulled it out first.
Yeah, I want to see if we're all on board going to the other city and click clack.
That's
With-
why you started it.
no,
Having-
no,
Having matched James's role, I will say you managed to essentially grind it to a standstill and effectively break it up.
yeah, just like holding them on the pressure points.
The
Okay.
Councilwoman Katase will take this opportunity to sort of, if
Right.
Good. We're good.
if you would like, Shmongo can show you to the printer
Right.
and
Of course,
your
yes.
mechs.
Get to see our babies.
All right. With
Module put in.
that, we've been. It's been about 3 hours. It's 8-ish. I feel like this would be a good place for us to pick up they next time.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
God, it's famous for that.
if I'll say that's probably a good place to call it for the evening.
Sounds
All right. Woo.
good.
We get our babies.
Yes, actual. Well, Everests
Not
are
clearance
perfectly.
box.
Everests are perfectly fine. They're perfectly reasonable mechs,
I
but
don't want to deal with those clearance robots.
not very exciting. So we will see you guys next week, where we will be checking out our robots. Y'all will be taking a foot trip, I take it, to the other Bugantu to glance around, see what you can see around there, and then maybe start heading out to check out the meteorite sites presumably mounted up.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not, then I would hope that we have some sort of method of transport to get out there, and so we can be around on foot. But
Okay, awesome. Thank you all for watching. We hope to see you next week. And yeah, stay safe out there. Later, guys.